everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into this workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be reviewing Lore Olympus Volume 4. If you're not new to my channel, you already know I love Lore Olympus. And if you are new, I love Lore Olympus. I love it so much. This is a webtoon. I mean, I used to read comic books on a weekly basis. And then, I tried reading digital because I just couldn't make it to the comic shop anymore, and it just wasn't the same thing, right? And I just stumbled across Lore Olympus one day. It was one of those ads on my Facebook. And I'm like, you know what? I want to see where this goes. I fast pass that every Saturday on hiatus, but it's coming back soon, so I'm really excited. I fast passed it every single week. And I buy the volumes too. Now you might be saying, well, Cynthia, if you've already read it, why are you buying it? It's so different. Like, you have no idea how different it is. Like, when you're first reading it, you're reading it as a weekly serial. So it feels different. You're absorbing the information differently. But the way that Smythe has just put these episodes into a graphic novel and uses white space to her advantage and just puts the panels together, it's just amazing. It has a completely different feel to it versus scrolling on your phone to actually reading the book. It feels completely different. So it's like reading it in a whole new way, especially because the information is fresh and I'm not reading it weekly. I'm reading the book. And I think Smythe is really, really clever. I'm usually really picky about art styles when it comes to graphic novels and comics because that is part of the story. You're reading it not just for the words, but for the artistic interpretation on how to tell the story. And there would be times that I would be reading comics and there would be a disconnect between me and the story because I just didn't like the art style, or I didn't feel like the art style captured the characters or the storytelling properly. Smythe is just amazing in how she does it. Her art style is totally hers, and her color scheme. I mean, colors mean something. Colors are important. Persephone is pink. Spring you usually associate with blossoms, and specifically cherry blossoms, right? So she's pink. And then Hades is blue, underworld, night sky almost. And it's beautiful to see these two get together. Hera she's yellow, but I'm just like, she's gold. Anytime I think of her, I'm like, she's gold. She's the queen of the gods. Of course she should be, right? Zeus is purple. Purple has always been associated with royalty. Demeter is green with purple hair. And you know what I learned reading DC Comics all the time? All the villains are purple and green. Purple and green, Lex Luthor. Purple and green, Joker. Purple and green, which also happens to be my favorite color combination in the entire world. I do love that color scheme very much. My engagement ring is purple and green. But that's also because of our birthstones. But made me really happy. She's so toxic. So I get it. I'm just like, you're supposed to be, Demeter, goddess of, the harvest. But that's just me paraphrasing that. There's not enough time to say what she's goddess of in her entirety. But so she's associated with Earth. So you get the green from that. But why the purple? Do they go hand in hand together very well? Yes, but she could have easily chosen black, right? Purple and green just always means something villainous. And I don't think that means to say that Demeter is a villainous character, but she is definitely a toxic parent. And I like how the story as well deals with issues like toxicity, parental. She's a helicopter parent. She keeps her daughter in a gilded cage. She doesn't want her to have any interaction with anyone because she thinks she's protecting her. She's like, you're protecting no one if you're keeping your child isolated from the rest of the world. That does your child no favors whatsoever. And, the characters are all dealing with trauma. I mean, Persephone is dealing with this with her mother's toxic behavior. I don't want to say her mother, I mean, her mother does border on being emotionally and mentally abusive to Persephone to no end, to the point where it's infuriating. But all these characters have their baggage, you know? They all have their baggage. Hades and Hera both had to deal with their father. I mean, I like how they call him the usurper. They have to deal with him. I mean, Hades was eaten by his father. If that's not going to leave you scars, I don't know what will. Hera has her own scars as well from her own interaction with him. There's a lot of emotional baggage dealing with parental abuse in many different forms. There's also sexual abuse, which might be triggering to some people. There's a lot that goes on in the story, and Smythe just tells it in such a fascinating way. It's impactful. There are some panels where there's no dialogue at all. But just from the way the panels are layered together, the way she's drawn the emotion onto the characters, it bleeds off the pages, and it's incredible. You feel the emotion in those pages, and you feel it throughout the entire story. I mean, it is absolutely wonderful. I love it. I'm so happy it's coming back from hiatus. Needless to say, this book gets 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, art style, storytelling, character development, 5 out of 5 stars. It's amazing. Rachel Smythe is an amazing storyteller as well as an amazing graphic artist, because she uses color very purposefully. Sorry. And it is breathtaking and unique. And I mean, it's amazing. Go read it. I'm not suggesting you read it. I'm telling you to go read it, because you will not regret it. You won't. So, needless to say, 5 out of 5 stars. I will include links in the description below on where you can purchase the book, because you should. Not suggesting it. I'm telling you, go buy the volumes. On that note, thank you again for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with all your book reading friends. And on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, happy reading.